Hey, young people. This is Coach Wellington. My main man, Jaime, said that you were working with him and, he asked for mentor videos or videos from mentors, I should say, to talk a little bit about our, backgrounds and things of that nature, growing up. Um, I don't have a big old terrible sob story to share with you. I just have mine. I hope it's good enough. And let me just say that first, that I greatly respect the fact that you have willfully decided to take on a mentor. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing to recognize that where you want to go and where you are some distance apart. There is a span between where you are currently and where you want to be, as a young man, as a young woman. We In this life, we all have the need not only for connectivity, okay, the willingness to connect to others, but we have the need, like, in the Bible it says it's not good for man, like the species man, like Homo sapien, right, to be alone. Um, we found that out in the last couple of years, in our last 18, 19 months of isolation, and to great degree. Um, Many of us have experienced loss and didn't know how to manage it. I did it with chips and the remote. I had a remote in my right hand and a bowl of chips in my left hand, um, just about every day. And I put on all kind of weight that, I mean, I haven't been this size this century. This is the first time people that have known me for 20 years have ever seen me this size. So I have, I self-medicated. Some people smoke, some people drink, some people, get in and out of bad relationships. I eat chips and I drink sugary drinks. Okay. I'm working on that. I'm trying to reach back out and grab my discipline so that I can, regain not only my form, but, the order in my life, right? Because I am going somewhere and I don't want my destination to be the hospital, right? Where a doctor is telling me what medication I need because I refuse to stop eating like a Ninja Turtle. Okay. Um, Let me get back on the subject. I apologize. You might say that dude looks kind of like a PE teacher or a coach or something. I am, and I know I introduced myself as Coach Wellington. I grew up in Los Angeles, West LA, basically Pico and Hauser. Um, Shout out to the original, 213. Um, I I grew up around a lot of violence, a lot of gang banging, on my block, in my neighborhood. The LAPD, was Los Angeles Police Department, at the time, was absolutely out of control in terms of doing what they needed to do to maintain control, and that meant harassing folks that look like yourself and folks that look like me. Um, our fathers, our brothers, our uncles, our tias, our tios, our abuelos. You know, my grandfather had my grandfather had the experience. He worked in Detroit, on the assembly lines. Before he got a job with Department of Water and Power in Los Angeles, and he had a new Buick. And he was driving back from Detroit to Los Angeles. He had moved his family to you know to LA, and he got arrested, um, for being a in blankety 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 blank, um, driving a new car. And they just wanted to make sure that he understood that they could put him in jail for a weekend and disrupt his trip and make him late for his new fancy job in Los Angeles, anytime they wanted to. So, I mean, that was in the 40s, right? 1940s. Um, Let me fast forward. My grandfather that I was just mentioning had an eighth grade education, um, but he worked hard. He learned skills. He drove the church van. He painted homes. He was a master plumber. And so he was always able to not only take care of his family, but take care of the neighborhood, you know? And my family still owns the house that he bought on Orange Drive in Los Angeles in the mid 50s after moving from Bellhaven, on the east side. And Watts, after redlining allowed us brown people to move west of Central and north of Florence. Okay, so if you know anything about those streets, not Google them. I got hired to my first job coaching at Fairfax High School, where I graduated from. My brother was attending, and he wanted to play football, and I had played a little bit of college, and I was done, and I had all this free time now. And so I started coming up there, helping out with practice a little bit, and the head coach at the time, Terrell Ray, said, "Hey man, you wanna help us out?" And I was like, "I am helping you out." And he's like, "No, I mean like get paid." And I said, "Get paid? I'm in college, man. I need every dime." And so at the tender age of 19, um, I went down to 77th in Vermont and filled out the classified paperwork, and all of a sudden I was a paid employee and contributing to, retirement and paying taxes and all kind of crap. And so from there to now, next on Wednesday, August 18th, I'll be 47 by God's grace. I'll be 47. And this just yesterday, we're filming today, Tuesday, August the 10th. August 9th, I began my 24th year as an educator. Not as a coach. That's longer. I started coaching in 1994. I started teaching in 1998. So, dang, this will be 28 years of coaching. Don't tell nobody. And so it's been a stone cold gas. My wife and I, we've been married 22 years. We have three teenagers like yourselves. My two daughters are 18 and 16, and my son is 14. And we work hard, we hustle. My oldest, let me tell you a little something, because I don't want you to think that there's only one route. I am a community college graduate. My wife is a community college graduate, and Christmas, my 18-year-old daughter will be a community college graduate as well. She's finishing 2 AAs this year. AA is short for Associate of Arts degree. In the fall, she'll be completing her English degree, and in the spring, she will be completing her American Sign Language degree. Okay. Now my coaching is no longer in high school. I coach at Antelope Valley College. I coach track and field, and I assist with recruiting and cross country, and I'm the former head cross country coach. And I'm an adjunct professor there, so every once in a while I get a chance to teach a class. And guys, community college is awesome. It'll save you a lot of money, but it'll give you a great amount of opportunity. You might be a welder, you might be a graphic artist, or a digital media person. We have degrees that we offer, or certificates in respiratory therapy, photography, music, English, math, of course, all the academic subjects, right? But firefighter technology, dental hygiene, nursing, airframe manufacturing, and airframe manufacturing technology, like aircraft assembly, right? You can do an 8-week 22-unit course over the summer, or during any given quarter, and come out with an AFAB certificate so that you can work in aerospace assembling planes. There are so many opportunities for you, whether you choose to go straight into work or choose to do work in the gig economy, or choose to be what we call a freelancer, or you choose to be an employee or to start your own business. Listen, let me tell you something. Jaime said you guys are first or second generation, students. So some of you are going to qualify possibly for the DACA program. You might be labeled or called a dreamer. And listen, Linda, listen. Do not lose your home language. Do not abandon the language of your great grandparents. If you have the opportunity to communicate with the people where you're from, I mean where you're from, I mean where the soil will recognize your soil, where the soil will recognize your soul. If you can speak the language of your family, whether you're from Nigeria, whether you're from Morocco, Venezuela, Panama, right? Mexico, Canada, Italy, wherever you find yourself coming from, if you have the opportunity to maintain that language while adding to and acquiring the American English dialect, do both. Do both. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing more respectful than for you to show up to your family reunion, or if you travel back to your home country and you can speak the language. Those folks in your family that have totally assimilated and they said, no, we're gonna abandon the language of our forefathers. Man, my people have been here on this soil for a long time. The first were not voluntary Americans. You know where I'm going with this. Well, you know what I'm referring to. I won't say going. In some respects, I should never have learned English, at least not as a first language. America's the only country where we laud and pat ourselves on the back for being the most ignorant people in the world, only speaking one language, right? And then we clown people and act as if they're dumb because they can't speak in our language, completely negating the fact that they may have had a formal education in another country and a better education maybe even than we're offering here on a fundamental level, right? Or that you could be the strongest student in mathematics in the class, but you have this language barrier at the moment. You feel me? So again, there are so many paths. Community college is not a negative step. If my daughter would have done the normal course of action, she would have just graduated this year high school at 18. We took a couple of separate routes, and she graduated high school at 15 and a half. Now she's graduating college, or getting her associate degree at 18, right? She'll have 2 before she turns 19. You may not choose to get a degree. You might want to get a certificate. You can be a certified plumber, a certified welder, a certified electrician. Electricians make whatever they charge. Do you hear me? Listen to me. Listen. Linda, listen. Listen closely. Escucha en clase, por favor. Listen. Ignorance is expensive. As an adult, everything that you don't know how to do, you got to pay somebody to do that. You don't know how to rotate your tires? Get over there to the tire shop. You don't know how to change, I won't say a light bulb, but you don't know how to change the locks on your front door? call out a locksmith. If you don't know how to get your toilet going again or stop a leaky faucet, right? Don't let anybody demean, minimize, illegitimize, desecrate, disrespect you or anybody in your family that works to support you and anybody in your family. You feel me? Don't ever, if your mom waits tables, if your dad cleans windows, if your family, pours concrete pools or whatever, dude, skills pay the bills. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So, whether you go into real estate, whether you go into finances, working in a bank, becoming a loan officer, whether you go into the medical field, whatever route you choose. If you work in the gig economy, whether you deliver food or deliver people, it doesn't matter. If you drive for Amazon or if you own a trucking route, right? It doesn't matter. Find the thing that you like to do that'll pay your bills, allow you to travel, and and have some self-respect, and do that thing and do it well every day. Guys, I'm not going to hold you much longer. Jaime may have shown this in a couple of parts. He said the link wasn't, I was like, man, I can go, I can do a seminar. I can do it in 8 parts. I can do it however, but I'm just going to hit you guys with this. If you guys need me, if you need to contact me, Jaime knows how. My name is Amos Wellington, Amos P. Wellington on Facebook, Amos Wellington on Twitter, Amos Wellington on Instagram. If you need to email me at the college, it is AWELLINGTON at AVC, Antelope Valley College.edu. Okay? Now you know how to get in contact with me too. Yeah. So I look forward to, hearing from you. And I look forward to, seeing your progress. I'm going to listen. Jaime's going to, give me updates on you guys, and I can't wait. If you guys want me to come to your group, it would be my great privilege to come and meet you all, exchange pleasantries with you, and give you some well wishes and words of wisdom, or at least words of, whatever I have to offer. Okay? I appreciate you. God bless you. Be safe. Wear your mask, young people. Remember, most of us in black and brown families, we live in majority. I won't say in majority, but we live in multi-generational families. That means grandparents, parents, children, right? Sometimes great grands, and we don't, throw our people away like a lot of people do. So when you're out and about, and you're hearing different things about the vaccine and the virus and this, that, and the other, hey man, just think, what if I brought this home to my family? You feel me? So just wear a mask. It ain't no big deal. It's not about freedom. It's about safety. It's about life. Okay? Like I said, man, God bless you. Be great. When you see me out here in these streets, don't be afraid to holler. And just let me know where I know you're from, because we never met, right? Okay, take care, guys. Be well. Again, this is Coach Wellington. I represent the 2%, and I hope you will be, the greatest you that you were meant to be. Take care.